Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to sync leads from Google Forms to Zoho CRM. Let's suppose I am running a business and I am taking all my leads with the help of Google Forms. I want that whenever there is a new lead or whenever there is a new form submission, automatically all the lead details are captured and the lead is created in my Zoho CRM. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of my time, so I've completely automated this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Forms and Zoho CRM. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, automatically this will be created as a lead in my Zoho CRM. Now if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. So here in this video, we are going to see how we can sync all the response which we have captured from Google Forms to Zoho CRM. And we are going to create an automation workflow with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com in your browser. Now before we sign into our Pabbly account, let me quickly take you towards Pabbly Community. So you can join the Pabbly community to connect with business owners, experts and the Pabbly support team. You can share tips, ask questions and get quick solutions to your automation challenges. You can stay updated on latest features and collaborate with thousands of users who help and support each other every day. Now if you want to learn how you can join this community, then please check out the link given in the description. Let's move back towards Pabbly. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll go with the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect, access now. And here it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflow over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow and I need to select my workflow builder. We have this new beta which is modern, faster and more flexible one, and then we have this classic which is a stable and a familiar approach. I'm going to select the classic one and then I'm going to name this workflow. So here the name of this workflow is sync leads from Google Forms to Zoho CRM, and now I need to select my folder. These are the folders which have been created, and here I am going to select it as Forms Automation and then click on Create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on Create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to sync the leads which I have received from Google Forms to Zoho CRM, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead, I'm going to capture a new lead from Google Forms. I'm automatically add that to my Zoho CRM, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead from Google Forms, this complete workflow here will get triggered because trigger says when this happens. So when I'm going to receive a new lead and then action says do this, then create that lead in Zoho CRM. Here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Forms, and then in my action application, I will be taking Zoho CRM. Here in my trigger application, let me quickly take Google Forms. And in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new response received. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, for which a webhook URL is provided to me. And this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So reading the help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Forms. So this is the Google form which I have created by the name registration form, and I have all these fields: first name, last name, email, phone, city and state. And I will be taking all my leads registration with the help of this particular form. I'm going to scroll down and then I'm going to toggle on this required button of the last field. We have to do this. This is an important step. Now I'm going to click on this responses, and over here you can see this view in sheets. So we are going to click on this next. And here I have landed towards this sheet. You can see the fields are same. The name of this sheet is same, registration form. The name of the form was registration form. And then we have all the fields which I have in this form. Now over here I am going to do a form submission in my Google Forms, and if I capture that response in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, then this will show us that my Google Form and my Google Sheet is integrated. Now to do this form submission, I am going to click on this preview. Here this form has opened in front of me, and I am going to fill in some dummy details in all these fields. As soon as I do this form submission, all the details should be captured in this spreadsheet. I have opened this form. I am going to fill in some details like the first name is new, the last name is user, email address is new@pablitudes.com. The phone number is this, the city is Bhopal, the state is Madhya Pradesh, and then I'm going to click on this submit. Here, as soon as I have done this form submission, I should have received all the details in my spreadsheet. I'm going to open my spreadsheet, and here it is. Now the form and the sheet is integrated. We can say this Google Forms and Google Sheets is integrated. And now I'm going to send this detail to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and so I'm going to build the connection between this spreadsheet and my workflow. So for that, I'm going to go towards this extensions over here in this particular spreadsheet, and from here I'm going to click on this add-ons and then click on this get add-ons. Now here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of us. Here it is, where we are going to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and it is showing installed because we have already installed this. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here, and from here you have to go towards the initial setup. So this box has appeared in front of me, where I'm going to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here this box has appeared in front of me, where I'm going to enter this webhook URL and the trigger column. So you can get the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect workflow. If I open my workflow over here, this is the webhook URL which I'm going to copy, and I'm simply going to paste that over here, and then I'm going to enter the trigger column. So the trigger column is the final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Here in this particular spreadsheet, my final data entry column or the end column is column G, which means whenever I'm going to add a data in this particular column, the complete row data will be sent to my workflow. Trigger column simply means the final data entry column or the end column on which we are going to add the data. Here we have it as G. So I'm going to write G, and now I'm going to click on this send test, and you will see all this data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. And here it is, test data sent successfully. And now to make this setup, I have to click on this submit also, and here it is, setup configured successfully. So now after this we have to follow a very important step. We have to go towards this extensions, go towards this Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then click on this send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. If I open my Pabbly Connect workflow and if I scroll down over here, I can see that I have captured this response A just 1 second ago, and these are the same details which I have just filled. And these are the same details which I have in the spreadsheet, which I have filled in the Google form. So the name was new, user email address was new@pablitudes.com, and the rest of the details, if I open my workflow, these are the same details. So here we can say the connection setup which we have created between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to receive a new Google Form submission, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on towards the next step, whenever I receive a new form submission, I want to send that to my Zoho CRM. In my action application, I'm going to take Zoho CRM. And in my action event, I'm going to select it as insert update record with subform data and simply click on this connect. Now, if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection and then click on this connect with Zoho CRM. Now here I need to enter this domain. If I open my Zoho CRM, on the top in this URL we have this zoho.in. So I'm going to copy and I'm simply going to paste that over here, and then I'm going to click on this save. So here you will see I have already logged in my Zoho CRM account, and that's why I'm just going to grant away the permission. It is always advisable to keep your applications logged in for the easy authorization. Here I'm going to click on this accept. Your data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect, so you can do this too. Now here Zoho CRM is connected, and now I'm going to select this module name first. So if I open my Zoho CRM account, you can see all the modules which I have on the top: home, leads, contacts, accounts, deals, task, meetings, campaigns, projects. I want to create a lead, so I'm going to select that from this drop down, and then I'm going to enter the rest of the details. Next, I'm going to select the layout as standard, and then I'm going to skip this pipeline name. I'm going to skip this assignment rule ID, record image, lead owner. These fields are not required, so I'm going to skip this. But if you want to enter, you can enter following the help desk. Now here I simply want to sync the data which I have received from Google Forms to my Zoho CRM. So I'm simply going to create a lead here. So I'm going to enter all the required details which I have received from my Google Forms response. Now I'm going to skip this company also. I'm going to enter the first name as new. I'm going to enter the last name as user. I'm going to enter the email address as new@pablitudes.com and the phone number as this. I'm going to enter the mobile number also. Now over here I have not entered any of these details manually. Instead I have used this method mapping. I've simply clicked on this field, clicked on the response, and then mapped the response. Over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. So here I'm going to click on this save and send test request. Let's wait for the response, and here it is. We have received the response. This lead has been created. I'm quickly going to open my Zoho CRM account, and on the top where I can see all these options, I'm going to click on this leads. And here it is. We can see that we have created this new user. Email address was new@pablitudes.com and the phone number was this. So here we have successfully created the lead and added all the details which we have received from Google Forms to my Zoho CRM. Now to summarize, we took Google Forms as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received the Google Forms response, and then we want to create Zoho CRM lead. So we took our action application as that, made connection, entered all the required details, executed this workflow, and then created this lead in my Zoho CRM account. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Google Forms and Zoho CRM with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.